The prisoner wishes to say a word.
I know I don't normally do videos like this, but today I kind of felt compelled to give my opinion, because I'm very worried about what's going on right now. Since when are we not allowed to speak our minds? If you don't know what I'm talking about, pull up and watch a few conservative videos, and you'll find that a certain non-cuss word isn't allowed to be said. When did this start? And when did disclaimers need to be placed in front of us simply for being curious? I looked up several topics known to be conspiracies or debatable subjects, and none of these seem to have a disclaimer put upon them. In fact, one of our country's most controversial incidents, the JFK assassination, is the only thing that comes close. And if you look this up, it only actually just gives you further information. It doesn't give you a disclaimer or disputes the people's questions. I'm personally sad to see this. In history, we've seen media censorship and suppressed voices before. The Nazi propagandist minister Joseph Goebbels has many famous quotes which I'll display for you to read. I hope I'm wrong in all this, but with this election, I really worry that we're heading in the wrong direction. Unfortunately, if this election was rigged, which I believe it was, why wouldn't they carry out the same plan over and over again, in which the country's will is set aside for those who can control the vote tallies? I don't know if anybody has read the books 1984 or Harrison Bergeron, but unfortunately these fictional books seem to be more and more real and present. All anybody is asking for is for the truth.
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Why can't we audit the voting machines in question? Why are things being rushed like a football team trying to beat a red flag? Why are the courts dismissing cases without presentation? Where do we go for someone to listen, or is even anybody listening anymore? I ask for everybody to please pray for our country, to pray for President Trump and for Vice President Mike Pence, because these are very difficult times, and I truly feel we've been duped, very similar to this movie clip from The Rocketeer.
Come on, kid, hand it over so we could all go home.
What's it like working for a Nazi, Eddie? Huh? He pay you in dollars or Deutschmarks?
What's he talking about?
Oh yeah, I got it straight from the feds, Eddie. Nazi spy ring, flying commandos, or works.
Kid's been flying with the ass too thin.
Ask him about the secret room. Ask him about the Germans on the radio.
Relax, Frankenstein. You ain't bulletproof.
Talk fast, Sinclair.
You tell him, Eddie.
Shut up!
Oh, come on, Eddie. I'm paying you well. Does it matter who I work for?
It matters to me. I may not make an honest buck, but I'm 100% American. And I don't work for no two-bit Nazi. Let it go.
Stellenabteilung! Angreifen!
I feel we have several wolves in sheep's clothing, and we need to stand up for God, our children, and our country. Now, to everybody who disagrees with what I'm saying, that's fine. I just simply ask that you ask questions and not simply take the facts the media or our representatives gives us. Maybe this doesn't change your mind, and that's fine, but please be willing to open your minds to what half the country is very worried about. Finally, I leave you with this clip from Braveheart. Freedom isn't always free, and evil will triumph when good men do nothing. But please remember, we are all Americans. I'm not calling for or wanting violence. I think any of our disagreements can and should be resolved peacefully, but rather, I really like this clip, and I wanted to play it.
No! We will run! And we will live! Aye. Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!